Hey everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be making some Elder Sims, and this is actually a Create a Sim video that is really important to me because here's why. I'm guilty of this too, so I'm not hating on anyone in particular, but I feel like Elder Sims are kind of just like thrown off and never touched again, and it's like they live all of their lives just to be thrown off and neglected. And, you know, maybe this is a thing that happens in real life too, but that sounds too heavy to talk about in like a Sims video where I'm trying to keep things happy and trying to give them some life. But anyway, what I wanted to do was I wanted to try to create some Sims as elders. I wanted to try to imagine what their lives were like. I wanted to imagine who they were and what they were like. I think that's basically like who they were. I wanted to make some elders and I wanted to make them unique. In my Let's Plays and my challenges before, like especially my legacies, I've been guilty of this, where I love on a Sim. And as soon as they become an elder, it's like, let's go to their next generation. Their lives are over. Who even cares? But not today. Today we are giving the elders a spotlight. This right here is Esther Biggs. And I imagined that she was a baker when she was younger. Now she's retired. She's clearly a foodie, she's gloomy, and a perfectionist. So she probably made really great cupcakes and would get really sad if they weren't perfect and probably ate them so that they wouldn't be sold to clients, which is why she's not the heaviest Sim I've ever made. Like, not even by far. She's not even really all that heavy. She's just not a twig. And that's fine. Whatever. The main thing was that I wanted to try to make it a little realistic. Someone that was baking every day and probably has all this arthritis that's bothering her from, you use your hands a lot when you're cooking. Her hands probably got, like, gnarled and, stuck in not so much chopping motions. But anyway, I wanted to make her body a little bit more realistic. And I kind of wanted to stick with a pink theme with her. Right now, you can see I'm like struggling with necklaces and shoes. I ended up putting her in flats and tights or pantyhose because I felt like pantyhose were more fitting. And I felt like flats were nice because, who wants to be wearing heels when you're already at risk for falls? But anyway, I don't know. She kept trying to put on this purple eyeshadow, and I was like, maybe you get eyeliner at most. I wanted her to look put together, but I wanted everything to be age appropriate. Not that you can't go out and wear crop tops at any point in time, but I just felt like for her, it wouldn't fit who she was. And I was so impressed that I actually found a necklace that I liked with that pink one. And if it looks like I'm going through really fast, it's because this video is playing at like 800%, and don't worry, I'll show all the final outfits again at the end. But I don't know, this outfit that I picked for her here, I think it was like a good gardening outfit. Like, it's hot outside, she's in her little granny sandals and her sun hat. They live in Sim, Arizona, aka Oasis Springs, so the winter wear isn't so much a big deal, but I still wanted to give her something cute, and I felt like those sweaters are what, they typically market towards old ladies when you go to Walmart. This guy that we're making here is her husband. And his name was, what did I name him? Randolph, that's it. Randolph Biggs. And I was trying to think about how they would have met. And I think that they would have met at a cafe back in the day. Like, she would have been going there for their baked goods before she had started off her own little place. And I think he would have just been going for some coffee. I don't know. I think that's a cute little story, like them trying to figure it out. I had a really hard time deciding how I wanted his face and his hair. I am terrible at picking hair for people, as it turns out. I decided in the end that it looked better if I didn't match their eyebrows, because, I don't know. Like, I look at my grandparents, and they have gray in their hair. They're about 70. They're gray, but their eyebrows are still the same normal color, so I decided that I was going to unmatch them. But another thing I wanted to do with this challenge was push myself outside of my comfort zone, and in order to do that, I decided I was going to use a lot of clothing items that I never touch. And, this grandpa sweater, maybe not necessarily a grandpa sweater, he is a grandpa. I've decided that they have 3 grandchildren. He's a grandpa, and a sweater fit him. At least I think it did. Yeah, I think this is what I stuck with. Put on his wedding ring. I don't know. I dim. I felt like the pants were fitting. It's like the business casual pants that you always see older men wear. I never use them. And then I feel like I feel like I tend to trend away from polos. And did I stick with it? Oh, what are we doing? Oh, okay. So this was originally my Twitch stream, so I bet someone who came in was asking about them, so it was going back. But I feel like I trend away from bright colors. Not bright colors, but yellow in particular. I tend to put my Sims in a lot of blue and a lot of pink. So I also never use those polos. So his outdoor wear ended up looking like a golfing outfit to me, just a little bit. And I really like the way this outfit came out, too. I would never put anyone else in it. At least I've never put anyone else in anything similar. But the salmon pants looked pretty good with those loafers. And what else do we have here? The swimsuit, I think, ended up really good. And by really good, I mean realistic. Based on what I've seen the one time we went to the beach since moving to Florida. I wonder if I should have stuck with the pom-pom hat. Either way, they're probably never going to wear this because they live in Oasis Springs. Alright, next we made Pearl France, and her inspiration was the one grandma that wouldn't accept that she was getting old and kept getting plastic surgery. Not that there's anything wrong with being plastic surgery, and I guess this was playing in a little bit into a stereotype, but it's a stereotype that working in the medical field, primarily with older people, I feel like I've seen this happen, like a whole bunch. So it might be a stereotype, but it's something that at least in my real life I've seen and I've experienced. And I was trying to get a wide array of characters here. I didn't want them all to be the same. So this is Pearl. She, as I said, is a plastic surgery enthusiast. That's not all she is. She is one of the single Sims that we have in here, and that is because she's a widow. She started going into all of the plastic surgery after she lost her husband. We put this hair on her that kind of made her look like Kris Jenner, which was not my original intention, but it just happened. But we put her tots up to the sky, like up to her chin. And I had a really hard time picking outfits for her, I should say, because part of my struggle with dressing older Sims is that their bodies don't tend to be the bodies of a 22-year-old, if that makes sense. But hers, because she's intentionally trying to look younger, you know, it kind of did. Like, if you undress this Sim and you put her next to a young adult Sim, they basically, like, there's not too much different. So my struggle with her was trying to find outfits that were, like, va-va-voom, playing the field, but also still age-appropriate, if that makes sense. And still playing into my original challenge of using items that I don't normally use. I don't know if it worked, but I hope so. And I put these little capris on her for her workout wear because my gym teacher in high school, she was amazing. She actually passed away a couple years ago. Anyway, before I get sad, she used to wear these cropped pants until the first week in October. It was something very specific like that. And she always wore cropped workout pants, so I put them on a bright color to pay tribute to my high school gym teacher, who I just loved. This shirt is actually really cute, and I don't know if it's because it's in a pack that I just got or what, but I've never seen it or used it. I think that outfit for hot weather ended up really cute. Never use any of that stuff. Tights didn't seem fitting, heavy pants, and we're off. Okay, so that was Pearl. We're going to find more out about her when, you know, we actually play with our family. But anyway, this is Silverman. What is his name, Silverman? Earl Silverman. Basically what I did was I randomized until I found something that inspired me, and I think it was his long hair combined with his eyes that I really liked. I don't really remember, but that's what's calling out to me now. He looks like he kind of has kind eyes, but he's non-committal, and he is also a single Sim, so he and Pearl can be wreaking havoc in this nursing home. And again, I was looking for something that I don't normally use that seemed to fit him. Harder than it seems. I don't know. I think it's easier to dress Sims once you've played with them a little bit. And since I was just creating him and trying to get a sense of who he really was, like, who knows? Maybe the outfit won't stick, but I thought the cat sweater vest was really cute. He is a bookworm and a geek. I feel like he probably worked in tech support before tech support was the way it was. I don't know. What do I mean by that? I don't know. I think he probably worked for tech support. Not when tech support was a typewriter, for a typewriter, but not quite nowadays, you know what I mean? I don't know. He probably worked in tech support in 1990, I think is what I'm trying to say here. I don't know. I think I'm trying to make a sweeping generalization, and I should probably just stop, because it doesn't seem right. Anyway, he was done. This Sim, holy crap, she's beautiful. And then I remembered that I had to age her up, and she is still gorgeous. I am so upset, actually, that I am only getting to meet this Sim as an elder, because I feel as though if I took this Sim and I turned her into like a teen and set the lifespan settings to long, I would have so much to learn from her. I just feel that not only is she so gorgeous, but I feel like her face has a little bit of character. Like there's something about her eyes, just in combination with her nose. Does that make sense? Can a face have character? Can a face tell you about who someone is? I think you're just born with your face. But I don't know. Something about this Sim is just completely calling to me. I think she'd like nature. She'd be good with fishing. She'd be creative, so she would paint pictures about that nature, but she'd also be clumsy because I always try to give my Sims some sort of negative trait. I say always like it's a thing I've always done. I've definitely had a few Mary Sue sort of Sims, but it's something I'm trying to do now. But she just has such a gorgeous face, and I can't wait to get to know more about Beatrice Medley. I liked playing with her hair. I thought it was fun to stick with different textures. The ponytail, I felt like it was okay to be sleek because every time my hair is wavy naturally, and when I put it up in a ponytail, it still does look sleek and like I straightened it. So I didn't find too much of a problem with realism there. And then I wanted to give it body because based on the original hairdo, it looks kind of braided, or it's an updo of some sort. And every time I take my hair down from an updo, it ends up looking like whoosh. Like it's a situation. I look like book Hermione from the Harry Potter books, not movie Hermione where she has everything under control. But I liked the fanny pack here. I thought it was a good touch. And I don't know when I would ever use this on another Sim. Maybe that's being stereotypical. It is, I don't know. I have a fanny pack that I wear every time I go running. I keep like my pepper spray and my running alarm in it. But just, I don't know. I wouldn't have thought to use it. Made sure to put her in boots so that they were sturdy. She's just, maybe I will age her down and play through her life in another life, basically. It would be weird if I aged her down and then put her in this facility. But now we're making her husband. And after seeing that Sim and falling so desperately in love with her, I was kind of wondering what kind of man she would be attracted to. So I just hit randomize until I found something that spoke to me when I thought about her. That sounds cheesy, but it's true. Anyway, I learned that I'm a cheesy sap. I ended up going with this hair color because it still has gray in it, but it's not all gray. I just felt like he would have aged a bit gracefully, or maybe he's even just a little bit younger than her. But he's a romantic. He's also creative. That would be something that they would have in common. And then his negative trait is that he's a little bit jealous. And I just have this feeling that Beatrice Medley is one of my most faithful Sims, and it could be because I'm completely biased, but it's just a feeling I get from her. I don't know. I don't think I'd love her so much if she weren't a faithful Sim. It's just a feeling that I have. But I really like my use of loafers. I don't think I spend enough time using loafers in this game, but maybe I should. Maybe that's something that isn't even just age restricted, because Yelling Boyfriend has loafers. They're brown loafers and are sitting like right behind me right now. but for some reason in my head, only my elderly Sims can wear loafers. I don't know. That's something I'm going to change. I feel like this guy's a painter, though. So I wanted to give him something that just felt like loose, and I think that's what that outfit that he just had on said. This outfit here, I think, kind of makes him look like a professor, but I'm honestly, like, I'm not mad at it. I don't know. I think it works for him. It's the scarf that sells me. But his name... Wait. Was that not her husband? Oh, no. I thought that was her husband. I think I set them as... Okay, if they're not married, they're definitely getting married. Anyways, that is all from me. I will go ahead and see you guys at my next Twitch stream at twitch.tv/YellingKimber, or, I don't know, my next YouTube video, which I have a feeling is coming quite soon. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good day. P.S. I totally just checked after I ended that last audio recording. They totally are married. They just have different names, which is okay. Sometimes that happens in real life, and it happens in Sims too. Okay. All right, bye.